The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning. Tablet and pen time. If you don't know me, get to know me. If you want, I'll make you a millionaire. I'll make you a billionaire. I've done it for 45 years. I know you've heard it before by other people, but I'm actually kind of the proof. That's why they call me the godfather of credit. 62 billion for clients so far. Is it okay if we help you too? Now write down what I tell you to do today. Tablet and pen, write down today's date. As we begin, very simple. It's always live because that's what you get stuck with me. I like helping people and changing their lives. My wife calls this my hobby. See, I brought in my first $1 million at 14 and a half. I bought in 2.6 billion in corporate structure when I was 26. Why haven't you? What's wrong with you? Do these work? I don't understand. Now, there's no pictures or recording today because why? You got to make it habit forming. Now, a lot of things you need to correct what you've been doing so far. So let's understand. Monday through Friday, you can get stuck with me. And I'll hold you and I'll coach you every step of the way because I like my Lamborghinis, my Ferraris, my yachts, my helicopters, and my mansions. Don't you? Oh, you don't have them yet. Now, let's tell you the truth. It's very simple. I started being born in a taxi. She didn't want me. She threw me away. I got to be a Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. She used and abused me too. So your journey can begin today with me, but we got to get rid of your excuses. I'm blunt, so be prepared for that. Write down what I tell you to write down today, and we'll get your journey started with me. Now we got to look behind the curtain. Very simple. See, you accept the word no, and then basically let your friends and family kind of rip you off some of them, and then you get stuck spending thousands on crap that didn't work. Let's change your life today. Now let's understand what we're going to talk about is your personal credit first. See, I got to get you to the 750 mark. Now let's understand a couple of things. I'm the man that trained Ken Yarborough years ago. He was security chief at TRW. TRW stood for Thou Reports Wrong. Thomas Raymond Warridge, and they became Asperian. So we're going to talk about how to play the game. Is that okay? If you get out your personal cards right now, please, I'd like you to put a sticky in the back of it. I'm going to dummy size this for every one of you. I'm going to expect you to do exactly what I tell you to do because I will get you to the $1 million dream, and then we'll build you up from there. Is that okay? So if we take that sticky in the back of the cards today, we write down 25, 29%, the way I designed it years ago when the credit system really got started. So we're going to balance the debt because this crazy crap, that's got to stop. That's what you did. You brought the pain home. Sorry to say, that's kind of silly and dumb. These two cards are 50,000 a piece. So this is 100,000. So if I did exactly what I told you to do, and you did it, out of 100,000, you'd have 71,000 of safety credit. That way, basically, if blankets the fan, loss of job, or pandemic, you can feed your family and not bring the pain home. What I just explained to you is the line of defense. Next, I want to focus on a corporation today. Here's the thing. You probably have a corporation. You probably spent thousands of dollars and you didn't learn diddly squat. All right, that attorney, that a CPA, or that a corporate service, they don't teach diddly squat, but you spend thousands for it, right? Did you know all corporations are free in all 50 states? Oh, you just pay a little filing fee? I want you to pay attention right here. This is going to change your life like it changed mine. It's very simple. I heard a corporation was a legal person. I was 7.5 years old when I heard that from the whole family house. I wrote it down. They told me I was weird. Probably true, but you know what I did? I wanted to understand what it meant. So I went to the library next to the Torrance Police Department. I walked in and said, ma'am, what does this mean? She walked away rudely. She was rude, and I basically waited. She came back and said, here's a mock face, here's a bug. She was a biatch. Well, she was. I read the book. You know what I was looking for? I was looking for a blueprint how to go get it. Not motivation, all the blah, blah, blah. I need steps. See, I want to master the things that I'm trying to do. So I went back to the library for 2 years. All right, what did I do? I created my own blueprints. I'm the founder of Helping Hand Industries. I got $100,000 of credit cards in the mail. Kind of fun. All right, I got named in the movie Dave. So let's understand a corporation, it only costs a little month. They're free in all 50 states. You pay a filing fee. So now here's everything's going good. I'm 9.5, got it started right away. And you know what happened? I got named in a lawsuit when I was 12.5 years old. What? What did I do wrong? I used the word Braille. See, I started the first Orange County Blind Center, all right, 12.5 years old, because the little friend was blind. I used the word Braille institution. They own the word. I didn't know that. I had to learn about trade names, trademarks, and copyrights. It's kind of like when you use Velcro today, right? You don't use Velcro, you use hook and loop. Velcro is a company in El Segundo, California. Oh, by the way, you blow your nose on Kleenex, right? No, it's actually tissue. See, these are the things we have to master, rules and tools. And the bottom line is to protect our assets. So I want to show you something today. When a corporation is sued, they sue you. So let's protect our assets too. So it's called very simple, never bring the pain home. So let's show you this. They said when I was a little boy, don't put all your eggs in one basket. What does that mean? I kept asking the question. Tell me. All they kept going is, it's about it. All the grown-ups when I was a kid, I thought were stupid. Sorry, I just thought they were stupid. You see, they didn't understand me. I get to write 2 different things simultaneously. I write with both hands and I talk at the same time. So I'm doing 3 things at once and the brain works on both sides. And I got an IQ of 203 with total recall. They said I was retarded. I was stupid. I just thought they were stupid. So let's understand. When I invented division process, I wanted to make sure I don't bring the pain home like you. So let's understand something today. If you have a corporation or when you do, it shows it on the Secretary of State's website. So that means flat out when they sue the corp, they sue you. You're a duck and a sheep because you didn't learn to play. Let's teach you how to play today. I said, okay, how about we put all the ducks in a row? They said that too. They couldn't explain it to me. So what did I do? I told them flat out a corporation with 3 entities and $1 million of credit. I gave them a blueprint back then too. So I like to re-blueprint your whole life. Never bring the pain where? Home. So we're going to talk about 3 things right now. On that tablet and pen, write down, see it, believe it, go get it. Can you do that for me? Can you do it for you? I want you to see all the goals you have. See it. Let's make a goal list. And remember, that's just an index. Every goal has activities. So it's like if you have the house, did you close escrow, homestead, trust? It's not in a trust. When they sue you, they screw you and take it away. Oh, by the way, in your family, when you die, they get stuck in a probate, so they get diddly squat. Oh, you don't have a house yet? Then go to pathlight.com. How about I show you how to lease a house and they convert it in 12 months to a loan? See, there's a solution for everything you're trying to do if you pay attention to me today. Now, your car, oh, goody. All right, every lawsuit out there, the #1 lawsuit is bumpity bumps and all right, cars. You can't go to social media without them interrupting. Were you in an accident? Were you in the front seat, the back seat? Were you in the trunk of the car? Don't do this, don't do that. I'm sorry, there's 49 bloodsuckers on TV. trying to sue everybody. The car shouldn't be your car. The registered owner should be a division of the corporation. I'll show that to you as well and explain it a little bit more. The next thing is money. Now, I'm no different than you. I had no mommy and a daddy. You probably got that. And I got to go through hell. But you know what's really weird? I created money through the corporation structure and personally. So here's $1 million. Here's 2 million. Oh, would you like some more? Here's more. See, how are you going to get the money to go get the honey? It's simple. You use corporate credit because it's a write-off. And that way it can build itself. Instead of stealing from the family, which is kind of stupid anyway. All that does is hurt the score and bring you down so you can't get any more and can't write a dilly squat. So the next thing we got to do is let's get into a franchise. Why don't you become a private investor with your corporation's money so you get residual income 10 to 50,000 a month? Would that be okay if I do that for you too? So if I got to build you up to 750, I want to get your credit right away anyway. So this is what we got to do. We're going to see it. We're going to break it down. We're going to pray. We're going to get God to open the door for us. We're going to believe it and see it and go get it. Is that okay with you? I've done this since I was 4 years old. See it, believe it, go get it. That's what I called my blueprint when I was a little boy. And I drew the first one at 9.5 years old. So I got a program that's basically foolproof. As long as you follow through, you can't screw it up. Will that be all right with you? So here's some clients, famous ones. You like famous people? Are they fun? All right, see, I help people, even from homeless people, get into millionaires. All right, no matter what, if they got $1.6 million, little Karen used to deliver pizzas. Now she's got a multi-million-dollar company. Oh, $1.2 million in 9 months. And then I get help people coming out of prison too. They need a second chance. So here's Free Ray, Ricky, Dickie Ross. Wow! Got him gold and platinum cards. Thomas was in prison for 26 years. Within 8 months, he got his dump truck business going, making millions a year. Isn't that okay? Would you like me to repackage you? Now, we got to go back to basics. Let's remember a couple things. A long time ago, our president, Franklin D. Roosevelt, January 30th, 1934, he came up with the Gold Reserve Act. He confiscated every bit of gold, call it Fort Knox. And then you and I, we got our SSN, that's the SS5 form, when we were 14 to 16. So they can track our income and give us a 1040 tax return. Now, the next thing happens is, okay, did you know when Nixon took the gold standard out, August in 71, that every woman at the hospital who delivered a baby has to do an SS5 form to get the SSN? Now. We're all bonded up to 35 million apiece so they can print more money. So let's understand the biggest mistake you made, you didn't learn to play. You've been following your friends and family like a bunch of sheep and ducks. You see, I'm one of the few. I'm not one of the many. I like to have you be one of the few and not one of the many too. Is that okay? So let's see your biggest mistake. Your biggest mistake is not understanding SS5 and SS4. So here's an SS5 form equals SSN, Social Security number. We get one Social Security number, period, to create our 1040 tax return. And that gives us one chance to try not screw it up. Unfortunately, 9 out of 10 people screw it up every day. How about we, the people? Isn't that fun? Oh, by the way, the SSN, that's tax, and probate when we're dead, and they reach in the ground and take that too. Did you know the time of death at the hospital is for the state and federal government, not for you? So let's compare what the banks and the grocery stores in the cities do. SS4. Bank of America's bankrupt 5,000 locations. U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo, Chase. So they get rid of locations. Sam's Club? How do they do that in cities? So let's look at this form. Simple. Well, let's read it slowly. See, you're going to say, I got a tax ID, Ray. You didn't learn diddly squat. There's 26 ways to use the SS4. Line 1, legal name of entity. It's right there. Entity, corp, division, subsidiary, or individual person. So we could put your name on line 1. And so let's understand the difference between the two. You ready? Very simple. SS5 equals SSN and 1040. The SS4 equals 1120 tax return, known as a tax ID. And guess what? You never had to bring the pain home in the first place. It's truly a second chance. So let's put our hands like this again. SSN, tax, and probate till we're dead. All right, SS4, no taxes due till you're profitable. Here you're allowed to pay no bills first, then you get the leftover. They tax it to death. Here you get to pay all the bills first, and then you pay tax on the leftover. If there's no leftover, how much tax is really due? Is that how rich and famous people do it too? So let's think today. If you're one of those silly, stupid people, I don't want to pay tax, Ray, then go to prison. Don't collect your $200. Just go to jail and get the hell out of the way. You see, you can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. So it's better to master the rules. When you play a game, do you cheat? Are you a cheater? Or are you going to be playing right? So the SS5, SSN, and SS4 can file one tax return. It's called a single filing under the 1244 and almost never pay tax again. Would that be okay if we play by the rules instead? See, the lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man or woman. People aren't stupid. Half of them are lazy. The other half got to be a little crazy. Now, why corporate credit? Simple. There's 5 reasons why I want you to get corporate credit. First of all, it's all the write-off under the tax ID. It's free money. All you got to do is maintain the down payment. We're going to get the money to get a business going. Come on. Are you going to win the lottery? You're going to get a hell of a raise? The only way you can do this is finance your way. Next thing, we got no hurting the family. The next thing, not hurting the family. How about divisions? Divisions are the line of defense. Case blank hits the fan. And by the way, you build your legacy for you and your family. Is that okay? So let's understand the United States of America Incorporated. They got 50 corps called states. States got a corp called cities. They created Chapter 9 bankruptcy in the Federal Protection Act. All right, so they can protect their assets and bankrupt 11 cities and stay in business in front of you. See, your biggest problem is you don't know how to play. That's terrible for you. All right, why didn't you pay attention? I've been teaching and preaching for 45 years. We, the people, corporations, a legal person, and we can stop bringing the damn pain home. Would that be okay if I teach you how to play? So let's understand something today. It's very simple. I didn't want to bring the pain home, so I didn't want to be like you. And the next thing is basically, in this case, I needed one. I wanted to do it. They see have a backup for me too. So let's play. Write down 9 divisions. So let's do this. Why don't you write down division of me? You got your tablet and pen? Division of me. Write it down. We're going to look at that form one more time. SS4, line 1, legal name of entity or individual person. So that means I can put your name on it, a corporation, a division, or a subsidiary right on that form. I can build you a corporate umbrella if you allow me to build it for you. Would that be okay? So I can get you up to $1 million of cash credit. So let's play. So let's take an example what I did for me. Here's a $1 million Lamborghini. Here's the keys. It's one of the collections. Boom, boom. And what do? If I buy the Lamborghini and I guarantee it and I can't pay it, they're going to take it away. And then they're going to report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now I got shitty credit and I have an IRS problem. That's kind of stupid. What do you think? That's what most people do. They do something stupid. If you do it to the corporation, like I showed you, when they sue the corp, they would sue me. They would sue you. That's kind of silly and dumb too. What did I do? I put the Lamborghini in a division and I guaranteed it as an SS4. So what happens is I have no intent to do fraud. All right, if I have a problem, you know what I get to do? The 3-step I invented for me. Can you write it down? I'm going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. I'm going to put it aside while I maintain my corp and all my other pieces. Kind of like the bank and grocery stores do when they bankrupt locations. All right, come on, it's fun. And you know what happens if I can't save it within 6 months because I have no intent to do fraud? I'm going to bankrupt the hell out of it under the Federal Protection Act because I'm allowed to, and maintain my company, never bring the pain to the corp or my family. Why do people do something stupid? Why do people bring the pain home? I don't understand stupidity. All right, I don't understand. When you lease a building, it's a division in case you need to grow or it doesn't work out for you. And how do you guarantee? Not you, the division of you. That way they can't come after the corp and you. Would that be okay? Every property we do that way too. Now, I know on Tickety Talk and Google and all the blah, 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 all these people all full of shit. Most of them, sorry to say. All right, but here's what happens. You need an LLC. You need this. You need this. You need your kids. Get the tax. Stop. You haven't made any friggin' money yet. So in the beginning, who gives a damn what type of corporation it is? We'll go over that too, but here's the reality of life. You're not taxed till you're profitable. So all money come to the SS4 is taxable when you're profitable. You get to pay all the bills first. So let's focus on that. Did you know under the Fair Lending Act, if I get you a card up to $1 million, you get 99 more? That's 100 million. That's too much for you. So let's understand how to play. Is that okay? Let's just show you again that Lamborghini situation. Replace you as the SS4. Got a problem? What are you going to do? No intent to do fraud. You're going to do the 3-step. We're going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. There you go. Replace again as SS4. Not be stressed out and maintain my 750 and score. Is that okay if I rebuild your life the right way? Because I'm sorry, the way you did it sucks. That's just true. Me is a division guaranteeing credit, house, franchise. Isn't the goal not to bring the pain home? Never bring the pain home? So let's understand how to play. We're going to build a corporate umbrella. Is that okay? So let's understand. Every division under the corporation is a legal person, public record. Wow. So please do yourself a favor today. Look up Secretary of State's website if you have a corporation. I want you to verify your corporation. It's public record. It's right in front of everybody. And I want you to verify your names on it as the founder, the incorporator, the officer, and you probably, like everyone else, 87% use their home address, which is really stupid. It adds everybody to the mailing list, the national mailing list. Everybody knows where you live. So when they sue the corp, they sue you. Doesn't that make you a duck and a sheep? Doesn't it? So let's tell the truth. It'll set you free. When I was a little boy, they said, put your ducks in a row. I asked what that meant. They couldn't explain it to me, so I created it for them. When your corporation is sued, they sue you. You're a duck and a sheep, and that sucks. Divisions gives you the line of defense. Would that make more sense if you had a line of defense? 2 per each item you want. So let's understand, no intent to do fraud ever. If we have a problem with the division because we're managing entities, all right, we disconnect, isolate, incorporate. If you have a corporation today, if I get you one either way, guess what? I'll get you a card up to 100,000. Is that all right with you? Then we're going to multiply it times 9. So that way you get $1 million. That's why you want 9 divisions. Would you like your first million? Or would you like to write it all off at the same time? Wouldn't that be fun? But again, never bring the pain home. See, corporate credit's a write-off, personal credit's not. So let's show you a couple goodies I obtained. Here's a $100 million building across the street from South Coast Plaza Mall. Here's a $1 million Lamborghini, one of the $5 million mansions, and a race boat for $1 million. What do they have in common? I obtained them. Why haven't you? Are these turned on? I mean, I don't understand. Did you bring the pain home? That's kind of silly and dumb. Let me get you to the first 100,000. Is that okay? Then we'll turn it into $1 million. Would that be all right with you too? So you got one source, me, Ray Reynolds, because I've been the godfather of credit for 45 years. And I'm going to teach you and work with you hand in hand. And we're going to sing Kumbaya, and I'll be your coach, okay? I like goodies. You like goodies yet? How many would you like? See, if you want to be the next corporate millionaire, just let me know. And we'll learn how to play, and I'll teach you to play too. So if you let me add you to my credit system, that's just one of the $5 million mansions I obtained. There's my pool table. Very simple to do. And what are we going to do? I need your goals. Then I'm going to change your goal list anyway. We're going to do it my way because we're going to get you some residual income. So today, the third quarter just began. Why don't you figure out how many working days are left of this year? Because you don't know that right now, and you need to know that. Next, I'm online 6 days a week. That's right, live, me, 6 days a week. I've been in front of people or live for 45 years. My wife calls this my hobby. Well, what would I be doing? You know, when I retire, what am I going to do? Get fat, ugly, and die? Just because you got 2.6 billion through corporate structure, you got to be excited, have some fun. So let's do this today. Let's write down credit, loan, money. Can you have credit, loan, money? Can you write it down? Let's think about corporate credit. Usually above $10,000 doesn't show up on personal reports. So we get $100,000 card from like Wells Fargo. Take it off the card. Doesn't hurt our personal credit. We take that $100,000, we put it right back in Wells Fargo Bank. We reference 3 times 5. Reference 3 times 5. They will give you up to $1.5 million of a line of credit. So we're going to leverage the money. You leverage the money. Wow. So we take a corporation, we buy a franchise. Don't worry, you don't have to work there. There's a company that'll manage it for you. Your positive cash flow is about up to 38%. Other division, you're going to get an apartment complex. And after all the bills are paid, about 41%. So this corporation now is created from that $100,000 of credit into 1.5 million, and you're creating a cash flow to free up your time, which I put in my book 45 years ago and paid $10,000 to $50,000. Would you like that every month? Maybe you want to do a friend, maybe you want to do Section 8 properties. Okay, there's anywhere from 35,000 brand new to 75,000 in 14 different states. We can pick one for 250. We can pick one for 500,000. See, Section 8s get paid during the pandemic. Here's the one for 75,000. It's brand new. No one's lived there. The down payment's only $5,000. We can take it off of a damn card. Simple to do. And we get 3 of those. And what do we have? Cash flow. 10,000 to 50,000 a month. Isn't that fun? See, you got to learn how to play. Now, here's one for 260,000. And what are we going to do? 5,000 down, 10,000 and 50,000 a month on top of that too. See, the reality is you just have to learn how to play the game. Corp managing 3 divisions, and there's a legacy for your family too. So that's the ultimate goal, creating up to 10,000 to 50,000 a month. You see, I haven't had a paycheck for 30 years. I don't seem to need one. Why would you if you did it my way? Why don't you do yourself a favor today? Go look in the mirror when no one's around for 5 minutes. Why don't you put yourself in check? I've done that since I was a little boy. Ask yourself the first question. What did you do yesterday to create your first $1 million? You're going too boring. Your life is a circle. What are you doing? You're doing the same thing. It's like a rerun. Okay, until we change it, nothing's going to happen. So why don't we turn around and let's make a list of the repo list. Okay, cars, boats, houses, apartment complex, duplex. How about probate list? How about divorce list? How about bankruptcy? How about we sell products, supply and vendor, an Amazon or eBay? How about we get to $1 million of credit to the corp and divisions, and basically we get literally checkbook money too, and supply and vendor credit. You see, if you did exactly what I told you to do, you run as hard as you can, by the time you turn around, you got a $10 million company. Your biggest problem is you. It's time to not think, just do. But again, expos, franchises, hedge funds, these are things we need to break down. I want to make you a money-making machine. Is that okay? I want you to think, once again, why the cash credit for corporation? 5 reasons why. What do we do next? We want 100,000 to 1 million of supply and vendor credit. That's OPN money, not due until up to 90 days, Dun and Bradstreet. Is that okay? We teach you to play that too. Now, the next thing is, why don't you sell products on Amazon? Because you're allowed to. Why don't you do eBay? I got clients that make millions a year doing this silly stuff. But again, here's an ultimate package for you. So let's pay attention. If you like, I'll be your coach for 30 days every week, you and me on the phone privately. 90 days, level 1, 2, and 3. And you get 9 divisions with this package. So get out your cell phone, take a picture. Okay. Here's the results from this past week. Okay. Customer did the $1,000 program, and I got him 22,000. Customer did $2,500 package, and I got him 46,000. Customer did 5,000, I got him 75,000. Customer did 10,000, I got him over $150,000 in 56 days. But the difference is he did exactly what I told him to do. And that's what I need you to do. Don't think, just do. Did you take your picture? Pick a program that's affordable to you. Next thing is, if you want calls just with me privately all the time, take a picture of this too. Simple to do. Next from there, if you want me to actually have the master's package, this is when I build you $1 million. So what happens is I charge 10%. That's 100 grand. So I'm going to give you $45,000 of bonuses if you don't have them. If you have them, you won't need them, or I'll give you the ones you're missing. From here, what happens is you pay in full, it's $50,000. If you don't need the bonuses, it's $30,000. Or you could put $10,000 down, all right, and I get you, build you up and away, and you pay a monthly fee. Simple. And I'm only putting 10 people in this. That's all I can afford to do at a time, because time is precious. I can't replace my time. Neither can you. Now, here's the rest of this year and next year. See, next year I have this TV show and radio show coming up. So I can't do this 6 days a week anymore. So here's the goal. 10 people in this. We're going to use all classes that I do between now and next year. Weekly video conference. On top of that, weekly calls. All right, rapid refresh. I'm going to show you that as well between now and next year. And then from here, we're going to have a monthly in-person blueprinting session. And if you can't fly in here like most people do, then we'll Zoom it. Okay? What we're also going to do is make sure you're going to fill out applications. I'm going to coach you step by step, personal, business, and divisions, how we create that $1 million to $5 million of credit. Projections. All right, what limit to ask for. Phone calls with the creditor. I'll get on the phone with you. Daisy chaining cards up to 5 million, increase in limits as well. So this is not a cheap package. It's $25,000. I'm $25,000 a day and $3,000 an hour for the last 45 years. On the most of the things I do for my hobby here, I give you what I call a Kmart price. So then I can help you as much as I can. But to sign up today means we can get it started right away. What is the goal? All right, a cash flow of $10,000, $25,000 a month, and literally $5 million should be your goal of credit. Take a picture of this page. It is Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@raisecredit.com, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. All right, pick the package that makes sense to you. I like goodies. Would you like me to get you some goodies and hand you the keys, God's gift, race boats, yachts, Duffys, mansions, and goodies and cars? Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Simple. How about helicopters, buildings? Now, I accomplished all my goals. I always have. The reality is very simple. So I want you to focus on something. All right, I hold the highest kick, fastest kick on the planet since 1981. So every time I hear some stupid person saying white man can't jump, it's not funny. Who do you think holds the record? Me. But I accomplished every one of my goals. Have you accomplished your goals yet? I kicked out the lights the night that the Guinness Book of Records came because he was a turd. And then from there, no matter where you come from, you can reach your goals. It's going to be up to you. The reality is simple. Now, I don't know what you got as your first car. I bought my first car at 14 and a half at an auction. It was a Quintos Lamborghini. I drove it to Orange Coast College. Was that okay? So I don't hear no. Because no, that means I don't know how. I say thank you, walk away, and find a way anyway. See, the lack of knowledge makes people, man or woman, do stupid things. We're not stupid. Half the people are just damn well lazy. So you got to stop bringing the pain home. So the ultimate goal is very simple. I'm the #1 coach worldwide, the coach for 30 plus years. Can I get you to millionaire, please? But again, there's 1,000 steps you need to master to be that certified CFO. I'm going to leave about 10 billion plus to the Ray Reynolds University. Now, the big, what did you get of your legacy? Please tell me what your family left you, or they're going to leave you. I'm sorry, but the reality is it's called a big fat zero, probably. I want to change the world. My vision is very simple. If we could actually be serious in this world and build a business, all right, if you don't leave it to your family to take it over when you're dead, they're just going to get you little pieces, and what you just built goes away like nobody knew it existed in the first place. So I want you to learn to leave a legacy. Is that okay? See, a corporation lives forever. All right, you and I won't. We will eventually die. We have to plan to live and plan to die. So I'd like you to build your legacy, and let me help you show you how to play the game. Can you write down irrevocable trust, please? Can you write down UCC1? Let's think today. In your house or your office, everything that's sitting there, when you're dead, someone's going to take it. They're going to show no value to it. Why don't we put on a UCC1, all right, and basically record it, Secretary of State or the division, or we want to structure it, County Recorder's Office. Now let's understand, everything you have in your house, office, UCC1, because your house has a deed of trust, requires a pink slip. When you record this, let's say the division or something else, and the what you're trying to do, it's very simple. You can turn it into, all right, literally to a note. All right, it's a chattel mortgage. You can list it to the irrevocable trust. Don't you want to know who's going to get your goodies when you're dead? That's why you record at the county recorder's office. So let's think. If you did exactly what I told you to do, all right, we're going to enjoy building it up and away. You're working your tail off. You're creating cash flow, all right, from there, 10,000, 50,000 a month. When you're dead, your life doesn't get torn apart in pieces, and there's nothing left over. Your legacy, you know exactly where everything was left, and you help your family do it again. I mean, these people have money that say, I'm not going to, my kids aren't going to get all this and this and that. They're going to work it on their own. Those guys are pretty much stupid. They're idiots. If we had our families take over what we create, the world wouldn't have shitty credit. And the reality is they have a better chance, do better than we did. But again, if we die, or they just tear it all apart, it's like we didn't exist. You got a choice. I like building credit. Anywhere from times 10 of what you invest in my programs, personal business up to times 10. The reality is learning how to play the game. So let's draw the diagram in front of you. Draw the diagram. There's a corporation with entities. Let's think about Bank of America. They have bankrupt 5,000 locations called branch numbers. Your Chase, your US Bank, your Wells Fargo, your Sam's Club, your Geico, your cities. They've done it in front of you. And most people just bitch and complain, rich and famous don't pay enough tax. My theory is very simple. Shut up and join them. But again, what is our goal? Stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and literally reprogram your brain to millionaire status. I wrote my first blueprint. I was 9.5 years old, and I call it See It, Believe It, Go Get It. Can you write that down, please? So let's understand today. All right, now I thought of the week for you is now that the third quarter started, it's time to push you as hard as you can to reach every goal you have. There's no more excuses. Your goal is to reach the goals this year and get out of your own damn way. Next thing is I like to rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. All right, because I want to do it my way, because your way didn't work. My way will work, and I'll guarantee it too. Corporation does not do business. It manages entities. What do? Stop bringing the pain home. We put our ducks in a row. All right, I repackage you under the same corporate umbrella. That's what we're going to accomplish with you. Ultimate goal, I got my TV show coming up next year, so I don't have the time to do the 6 days a week, so I'm doing more private coaching as well. Here's some rich and famous people. You might recognize a couple of them too. So what happens to you? You sit with your family at a table at home called the kitchen table. And you all got excited about starting a business. Oh, goody for you. And hopefully someone smart enough said, what if something goes wrong? And what did you do? You honked your credit, you dropped your score, can't get any more, can't write a dilly squat. And then you honked your house. I'm sorry, but that's just plain stupid. Why would anybody bring the pain home and hurt their family? I don't understand that. But they did, because they didn't learn how to play. Today, your goal, number one, never bring the pain home again. You got it? From here, right down to today's date, project 90 working days. The ultimate goal is to see it, believe it, go get it. Now, I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago. Page 6 says cash flow free per time, even though other people try to steal that too. What else is new? So let's take the 12 books and CDs. I sold at the Bonaventure for $5,000 a set for 32 years. All right, very simple. It's called the Millionaire's Founders Kit. If you don't have a copy, would you like a free one? All 12 books and CDs, but you will pay $99 shipping and handling, and that's all we charge you to do that, and you get the system for free. Now take a picture of Zelle if you did not do it earlier today. Ray Reynolds recipient, Ray at rayscutter.com. On the Zelle, write down RW, which means Ray's webinar, and then put your address where you want us to ship the books and products to. Very simple to do. See, starting a business or running one's a pain in the ass at. Sorry, your friends, your family, your employees, everybody around you. All right, the better you do, they want to knock you off the cliff. Sometimes they'll catch you. Sometimes they'll let you fall and die. Now, me, it's very simple. I didn't get a mommy and a daddy and a family as a kid. I got to live in hell. So the reality is I wake up every day at 2:25. If I woke up at 2:30, the abuser would get me. So I go to my knees every morning and say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror, put myself in check. See, I'm responsible for me since day one. You're responsible for you. You got to quit acting like a sheep and a duck. You listen to your friends and family, sorry to say, they actually cloud your direction, all right, and get in your way. I'm going to change your life if you do exactly what I tell you to do. I'm going to treat you like you're 2 years old, by the way, too. July 4, 2009, worth millions and billions, helping people 6 days a week. Got 3 yachts in my backyard. Where you park yours? Wife wants to take out one of the yachts to watch the fireworks. Okay, no problem, honey. Next day, I'm dead. Someone came on the yacht and had swine flu and pneumonia and killed me. There, I'm dead. But I can hear what's going on. I'm in a different place. My tax attorney tricks my wife to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. The reality is going to take my heart and take it away. But Jesus gave me a choice to stay in peace and go back. I said, go back. I want to show you how I'm God's example for you, okay? I moved 24 times till my 11 and a half years old. Went to school, Watts, Torrance, Hawthorne, and all good areas in Long Beach, too. There was always a bully. You had to learn to kick it and run. I'd rather die than run. I've been shot twice, knifed 6 times. I got no excuses. By the way, neither do you. So I'm truly God's example. So we're going to get you where you need to go. I got a book coming out this year called Jesus is Not a Drive-Thru. Being a Christian is a way of life, not a moment in time. Next, I believe you're stuck. Let's get you past go. Let's show you some Lamborghinis, part of the collection, the Duffy, the mansions. Let's show you how white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis, race boats in the backyard. All right, literally, U-Dock, yachts, Ferraris, and goodies. I call this Ray's Rules. Is that okay? A couple of goodies I show you I obtained? But again, this is going to be up to you, learning Ray's Rules, and I need you to master my blueprint. See it, believe it, go get it. I started at 9.5 years old. So guess what we get to do? Credit repair's a fraud. What do you think? They have a magic friggin' wand? If you got shitty credit, you screwed up a creditor, you didn't pay your bill. You can't be a damn crook. It's ridiculous. The Federal Trade Commission says credit repair is a fraud. They can't collect money up front. Your credit's not broken. You have to rebuild it. Why don't you write down section 611, find out what you can do for yourself today, okay? Now, if you're going to get to a 750 score, you can't rip off your creditor. You got to man up and woman up and be responsible for your debt. So here's the 3 things you need to do to get a 750. And this is all you got to do. Negotiate any open collection account. All cards you have 25, 29%, but 2. And I'll show you the 2 that I'm talking about as well in a rapid refresh. Now you got a 750 score. You can sit there all day and go all day long, or you can get a corporation and be a CFO and learn the KISS method too. Keep it simple, stupid. See, I don't think people are stupid. I think half are lazy. The other would be a little bit crazy. But the problem is if you roll the dice, why would you take it from your family? That makes no sense. So here's your first 25 steps today. Intuit Credit Karma. It became that on December 3rd, 2020. That's when Intuit bought Credit Karma. There's no fund to help you, but it's okay. It's step number 1 for you. How about we do this? Why don't you let me personally analyze your credit within 24 hours? Why don't you allow me to call your case number on Saturday at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time? And I'll show you exactly what I need you to do on your part. I do the rest of the work for you. Would that be okay if we work through that process and sing Kumbaya together too? Remember, 1:30 Pacific Standard Time on Saturday, I call case numbers in rotation. Now, here's the form that nobody paid attention to, the SS5 form. It says name to be shown on card, full name at birth other than above, name you want to use. So that SS5 got you SSN and 1040 tax return. Ultimate goal, you look at your Social Security card, the SSN, it probably says do not laminate, don't carry with you. The other thing it says don't use for ID purposes. You did that anyway too. But it always says property of Social Administration, not you. So what did we do? We got that number for one reason, all right, to create a 1040 tax return. That way they can track our income till we're dead and after that too. And when you got your first paycheck years ago, what did you do? You thought the company you worked for ripped you off until they pointed out that the IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. And then you're supposed to survive on that. See, we are ducks and sheep. It's about time you learn that a corporation is a legal person and the 14th Amendment, and you have the ability to file one tax return and almost never pay tax ever again, called a 1244. It's about time you learn how to play. Is that okay with you? So let's understand, we get one SSN. We're all ducks and sheep. Corporation gets one tax ID. And the reality is when they sue it, they sue you. If you don't create division process, you're going to always be a duck and a sheep. So why don't we learn to play? How about very simple to become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home again? Is that okay with you? So let's understand. If I get to repackage you, if you allow me to, your SSN, I want to basically rebuild you so you can be a CFO for the corporate divisions. At the same time, I want you to get an SS4 and master that too to be a double CFO. We want to put our ducks in a row under the same corporate umbrella. Is that okay? If you learn how to play and I rebuild your life to a millionaire? But again, there's that SS5 form. Why don't we compare SS5 to SS4? Line 1 again says entity, corporation, division, subsidiary, or your name. So if you learn to play the game, you can learn to win. Let's look on the next part of this form too. It says banking and credit purposes. There's 26 ways using SS4. The ultimate goal, you get one for every entity. It gives you another chance to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. Your corporation should do 4 things. That's it. Let's buffer tax. What does it mean? Taxes until you're profitable. Corporate credits are write-off under tax ID. A car at fleet price. Hotel free buffet. That's all your corp gets to do from now on because that's what I told you to do. From there, divisions are your line of defense. Screw one, get another one. Don't have any intent to do fraud. They're cheap. Multiple functions. Buy at wholesale price. Multiple credit reports. In real estate, we get a separate liability. So write down the line of defense. Now remember, you can't take a picture or record, write it down. A division is your line of defense under the corporate umbrella, and credit reports too, and write it all off for you. Why would anybody be stupid to steal money from their family when a corporation can build itself up and away the way I designed it in the first place? I will guarantee what I say I can do, 100%. But you have to be part of the program, go to class, not following your what, and follow through. Violation? No. Do not do that. Do not apply. Don't jack up cards just because you get something in the mail that says you've been pre-approved. You're not. I'm not here to play push me, pull me. I make millionaires all the time. If you screw it up, own your screw up, you'll pay a fee or we close your case. Now, debt. Open collection account, negotiate. IRS problem, 656, 433 A and B. Your past can't chase your future. We have to rebuild you up and away, the ultimate goal. So there's that 750 waiting for you. Analyze your credit right away. Do a wrapper rescore, put your score up and away, and create green lights. If you do exactly what I tell you to do, I will guarantee you a 750 score. But you have to be part of the program and you have to follow through. Nice lady. She doesn't have bad credit. She just has a bad score. She was told by her attorney, CPA, and her banker to only use half her cards, which is called stupid. Okay, so here she has no green lights. Here I pushed it up, wrap a rescore from here, teach her how to balance her score, and what does she get? Green lights. And I got her a 790 by the time I was done. Here's someone who went through bad times. They had an attorney, him and his wife attorneys, tricked him to file a bankruptcy. They didn't need that, but they have no credit now. Here's an unsecured $500 card, up and away. Here's 11 collection accounts, $3,000 to negotiate their debt. See, if you allow me to work with you, hold your hand, go to class, and we do a wrapper rescore, you can learn to play and target that 750 score. Well, we charge $9.99, we give you a $1,000 card back. But again, during the broadcast, I discount it to $4.99. $4.99, and your card becomes $500. So that bonus you get now in discount, you got to take a picture and Zell, because you're on my webinar and you get the discount here, nowhere else as well. Half price, Zell, $4.99. Now, if you want to give me referrals, that would be great. I'll build you more credit, or I'll actually Zell back 10% of what you refer to whoever buys. But let's understand, when they buy something, they better say your name. If not, they blew it for you. If they Zell, tell them to put your name on the message. Or you can basically email me their name and phone number. I'll have somebody call them right away. Now, here's what you need to do next. Here's a problem. You're on the national mailing list. You're probably a voter like me. They sell that 412 times a year. Next, you have a cable bill. You have a corporation. To get off the national mailing list to get you all those robocalls and junk mail, it's 888-567-8688. Simple. There's step number 4. Call it today, opt out for 5 years. Next, I need you to plan the problem. See, what you did is you allowed a friend and family member to rip you off and knock you down. See, here's the problem. You allowed it. People who you help to give money to, they don't respect the money. It's like free money to them. They just piss it away, and then they say, I'm sorry, the next day. Reality is, if I had an sorry for every penny I lost, I'd be a zillionaire. So let's understand something today. Your biggest problem also, you spend money on something that didn't work. You didn't get a coach that'll hold your hand for 3 to 6 months, did you? So the reality is simple: safety credit. Don't forget it. Motivation through Tony Baloney doesn't last but a week or two. So let's understand line of defense. Line of defense. All dashboards, the way I designed it, is 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. That sticky will actually save your assets and give you the discipline you've been lacking all along. Now I know what's going to happen next. You're going to say, Ray, I got an emergency. And then you're going to screw it up again. Stop stupid things. We don't do that anymore. You're not allowed to jack up those cards. Now, when you have 2 cards that act like a house and a car, they don't fluctuate your credit as long as you maintain the payment. It is your gold and platinum cards. You can max them out to $1 million as long as you made down the payment, and your score will never drop ever again. There's your rules. You've been lacking all along. So what happens when somebody loses their job, has an emergency? They all do the same silly thing. They run out of time. They run out of money. They can't wait to go jack up their cards and tell everybody, "Oh, it's poor me." Everybody's got to quit playing the pretty party. Let's pretend today you needed $5,000 now. Go ask your friends, your family, the bank. They all say no. When you need it, no. When you don't need it, here's some more. Did you know the average person wastes $50 every other day is probably you? Here's a $5,000 card. The payment's $50 a month. So what the average person wastes every other day can maintain a $5,000 credit card called safety card. Next, they say the average person wastes $140 a week. That's $600 a month. If I take $50,000 off of a corporate credit card, I can write it all off under the tax ID, and the payment is $612.26. So what the average person wastes and pisses away every given month, you could have got 2 pizza restaurants through a drive-through during a pandemic, or using some common sense. There's why man can jump, and we stupid people say we can. How about Nixon took the gold standard out? I'd like you to write down Ray's rules right now, please. 100,000, 29% utilization. Never bring the pain home. Someone gets screwed up in the future, it's a division. Never the corp and never your family. I don't understand why people would do that to their family. This is your cake and eat it too. Ray's rule, step number 7 today. Become a certified CFO. Never bring the pain home. Is that okay if you pay attention and do what I tell you to do? It's very simple. So let's understand. There I am in a coma. I wish I could go boo, but I couldn't. Once you Google the address and find out I'm telling you the truth, it'll set you free. You see, I've been in 2 comas so far. One, I was crippled for life, and Jesus said, get up. I got up, freaked them all out. Last one, I got to die and come back and play with you. So I think the devil's trying to knock us down, hold us back. But God's delays aren't God's denials. You got the ability to listen and learn, and I want you to do exactly what I tell you to do. I want to repackage your life like Humpty Dumpty. We're going to do it my way from now on, because your way didn't work. Your way didn't get you to million to billion, did it? So what's a corporation again? It's a legal person. I mastered it at 7.5, went to the library for 2 years. Remember, the lack of knowledge is meant to make people do stupid things. People aren't stupid. Half are lazy. The other better be a damn little crazy. And let's see it, believe it, go get it. I started helping out. I was 9.5. Credit cards in the mail, got named in the movie Dave. So a division, let's understand what I created. Multiple locations, different addresses and things too. And what I get to do if something goes wrong. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. So the reality is, if I have tenants in real estate, which one's going to slip and fall and sue me and screw me up? You see, a division gets cash credit, supply credit too. So your division is your line of defense, so you don't bring the pain home. You're going to do it my way from now on because your way, sorry, sucks. I built $1 million of credit from a cat. Why not? Inc. Magazine interviews me at the Bonaventure. Use plastic financial business, what I told them. Next article came out saying that too. Why don't you have 9 divisions today? 9. Let's think, if you allow me to build a corporate umbrella for you, all right, what are we going to do? It's very simple. We're going to have divisions under the corporation, and then you're going to let me get you your tax ID. I'm going to get the tax ID for you, and I'm going to set up your Experian, Tragio, and Equifax for that division. I'm not going to take 3 years like you did for your personal one, not understand. I mastered the rules a long time ago. That will build the credit reports. Then I'll get you some cash credit. Then I'll line you up for checkbook money. And then what we're going to do is rebuild your life my way. 9 divisions is up to $1 million. 41 are up to 5 million. And we're going to figure out where you want to stop. And then hopefully the answer is never. So look at your corp today. Find your name. Hopefully it scares the crap out of you. Remember to put your ducks in a row. When they sue the corp, they sue you. They made you a duck. That kind of sucks. Divisions give you the line of defense. We're going to do it my way from now on. As we play, here's my dashboard. I'm not allowed to use tax ID. So I know everyone's got an excuse. Everybody wants to play the poor, poor, poor. I came out of a coma. They stole everything I had. My family and I were homeless again. I sold my Rolex, my wedding ring, my bracelet, my necklace. I had 12 garage sales in Huntington Beach. I got cited 3 times. So in other words, there's no damn excuse. You got to get off your ass and go get it. All right, what do? Feel sorry for yourself? Go drive a damn Uber. Figure it out. A corporation builds itself. I don't understand why people would steal the money from the family. That's plain stupid. Okay, we don't hurt the family. You met me. We're going to build this credit the right way. So if I get you a card like this, it's very simple. I want to get you 9 more. There's $1 million. How many would you like? There's no excuse. There's never been an excuse besides people feeling sorry for themselves and not willing to go get it. So you watch people come to this country, my country, and they go at $1 million and just piss it away. We have the same right to get it, but not piss it away. So you're going to learn to play my way. That's how you build up to the $1 million. So they even offer authorized user card or division card. Which would you like? They offer line of credit. You want it banked into the corporation, so you need a division of you. Very simple to do. From there, the corporate umbrella. I'm going to add $2,000 of history and set up your reports under tax ID for the corporation. I'm going to set up credit reports. We're going to charge you $499 per division, 3 for $1,497. That way you can build the $1 million. From there, it's a Zelle. You write down RW for the Zelle, and you write down what it's for, the divisions too. Now, if I get you cash credit, why don't you turn it in and loan out some money? Simple. See, borrow money is not taxable. Why don't we create more of your income or replace it? Would that be okay if you did what I told you to do? I like goodies. You like goodies? How many would you like? I don't show goodies I didn't obtain. All right, none of those other silly people on YouTube, Google, and Tickety Talk. Let's show you real goodies. How I brought in millions and billions. If you want to play, I'd like you to have $1 million of cash credit cards. Is that all right? Then I'd like to get you $5 million of checkbook money. All right, that should be your actual goal today, making you a money-making machine. So the 5 reasons why you want the cash credit to write it all off: $100,000 to $1 million. Literally of supply and vendor money. All right, we're going to get OPM money in Dun & Bradstreet. And you know, what we're going to do next, we're going to sell it on Amazon or eBay, because that's what you get to do. It's not even your stuff. You're a distributor. So if you listen very carefully today, very simple, I'm going to rebuild you to the 750 score. There's the goal. I want to get a corporation, a green card, unlimited up to 100,000. I'd like to get you 9 more. Would that be okay if we get you 9 more? So the ultimate goal. How about the Blue American or Bank of America, 9 more? How about Wells Fargo, 9 more? How about we get the Ink card, 9 more? How about we get the Gold card, 9 more? Each one of these cards can create up to $1 million, which means that's $5 million, not counting the other 5 cards. So let's talk about checkbook money now. See, I want you to focus, write down the word checkbook money, unsecured up to 150, and you have to have a 2-year corporation. If you don't have one, wait till next year. So you get this one, and next year it'll be on the 2nd year. The next thing I want you to focus on is, here's the 5 that I like to play with the best to getting checkbook money. So this is not leverage money, this is checkbook money. Up to 150, and there's other ones as well. If you have the divisions I tell you to get, you can have up to $5.4 million of checkbook money. No more excuses for you. The bottom line is, if you don't have a 2-year corp, we have a couple left from last year. It's $9.99 if you call the office. If you Zelle during the broadcast, it's $4.99. You get half price. In RW, you put what you Zelle for too. From there, I got 8 classes in rotation. Every Saturday, I do 10 live classes, 10, 6 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's very simple. So what happens is, these are in rotation. They start at 8:30, all right, every Saturday morning. This Saturday's specialty is daisy chaining of credit. So if you're not in a rotation, you don't have the specialty classes, it is $999 for 90 days, or it's $499 per class. From there, this crap has to stop. I've never seen so many consumers screw things up so much and just being silly and dumb, following people like ducks and sheep. You're not a duck and sheep. You're one of the few from now on. We're going to know about these cards that balance your debt, and those are the ones you go past 29%. That never hurt your score ever again. There's your rules and tools. All you gotta do is pay attention and do what I tell you to do. Every cash card wants a certified CFO for corporation. From there, what do? Borrow money is not taxable. If something screws up, it's a division, not the corp in your family ever again, by your lifetime income. That's your cake and eat it too. Ray's rule, step number 7 today. We're gonna play, and you're never bringing the pain home again. Is that okay? Remember, if I gave you a check hypothetically for $1 million, what would you do? You'd probably put it in your personal account. I'd say that'd be silly and dumb. You only get to keep $375. Put it in the corporation. Pay the bills first, then see what's left. You pay tax on the leftover. If we look at the United States of America Incorporated, very simple. They took 50 corporations, called them states. States basically cut cities. They invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy into the Federal Protection Act right in front of you. You could do the same thing and not bring the pain home, as long as you have no intent to do fraud. The ultimate goal, it's up to you. Step number 9 today. Please Google bankruptcy. I want you to look what you get to do. Bankruptcy says SSN or SS4. The bottom line is, you're going to hurt your family again, or you're going to use division, corporation, subsidiary, and learn to play the right way, my way. It's up to you. That's step 10. So as we play, let me add you to my credit system. I'll build you up to $1 million as long as you go to class, I'm following you what, and pay attention and follow through. Here's a starter package for everybody. A corporation right now, you look online, is $3,200 for a piece of paper. You don't learn diddly squat. That's called a ripoff, because attorney, CPA, and incorporating service, that's ripping people off, period. They're free in all 50 states. I'll hand you one for free. I've done that for 45 years. Let's rebuild your credit rapid rescore. You got articles, also tax. Let's build the one you got. I'll hand you one. Setup on level 1 is every Wednesday and Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Very simple. The office and I charge $9.99. Office gives you $5,000 of credit. I give you 10 to motivate you to do it now. I give you 10 times your money. From there, we analyze in 24 hours. All right, we basically add history, and we start popping credit as soon as possible. And you learn to be the certified CFO. That extra credit is only during the webinar. You Zelle now, and you put RW, what you Zelle for too. Beat your doubt, run your race. Let me repackage your life my way. Very simple to do. Next, I want you to think about getting past go. I think you're stuck. God's gift. Mansions in the harbor, race boats and yachts, helicopters, buildings, Lamborghinis too. I would like you to change your driver's license today, please. I'd like it to have the address of a P.O. box, a mail-in address. It's called privacy. Next, I'd like to look at your car you drive today. The one you allowed them to treat you like a sheep and a duck in that car dealership. They sweated you for 5 hours. You put up with that. You lost $5,000 to $10,000 and got up to 9 inquiries. That's not how you buy a car. How you buy a car is very simple. Fleet price, tax ID, division. And you learn to be a CFO. House, you never put two people on the loan. That'd be stupid. Why? You create a lending value for two people. You don't need to. The car shouldn't even be your car. Just remember the car and the house. If you lose it, the creditor reports it to the IRS. You have a 1099-C. Now you got shitty credit and you have an IRS problem. Now you got double shitty credit. And that kind of sucks. Registered owner of a car is a registered owner is a division. If there's a bumpity bump in a suit, what's going to happen in that lawsuit? They're going to get diddly squat. Why not? Planning the problem. Keep in mind today, I want you to understand a division for every registered car. How will you play? Every property you ever attain, you want to maintain to lease it out. It's a division. You never know who's going to slip, fall, and sue, kind of screw you up. House payment is very simple. It offsets your taxes. Amazon didn't pay any tax on the first 10 billion, and they sure in the hell don't pay tax on double trillion today. They know how to play. All right, there's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. He bought Twitter with the line of credit. All right, very similar, 24 hours. He's totally D and totally dumb. He screwed it all up. But again, he's got a spaceship. So did the other two guys. So you could join the club, learn to win the battle if you pay attention. Step 15. Now, Carl here uses the line of credit offset tax on $1 billion. Walt Disney, all they did is wrote an IOU to themselves. It's in Newsweek. Borrow money is not taxable. So run your life through a corporation or a conjunction. Very simple to do. Next thing is you got to pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. See, you take your paycheck. Isn't that called taxable income? And what do? You get the leftover. You pay car payment, gas, registration, insurance. I'll be yelling no right now. And drive a company car like I do. That's how you should play. Step 17. Why don't you get an SS4 form today? Go to irs.gov. It's free information too. Download the form. It says right there, banking and credit purposes. See, you never had to be a duck and a sheep. You decide to follow ducks and sheep. And what happens? Everybody goes to slaughter. Here's Mama. She signed basically the SS5 form because she was told to after Nixon took the gold standard out. For the baby while he goes home and takes a nap. So understand everything to me is rules and tools. Escrow, close, homestead, trust. You got a house not in a trust, that's called stupid. They sue you, they screw you, they take it away. Your family gets diddly squat when you die. If you fix up a property today, it's simple. You hire the contractor that hires the subcontractor that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. When they slip, fall, and cut corners, they sue you and screw you up. My way, they get diddly squat. Why not? Why don't you look up an irrevocable trust, please? That's step basically 19, 6 more to go. Let's teach you to play. Now, I get all kinds of dummies. I don't want to pay tax. I don't pay tax. And file a tax return. Simple. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200 and go to prison. That's where you belong. You can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. Wesley Snipes tried it. He went to prison for 3 years and paid $5 million. So do yourself a favor. If you ever try that, go back to irs.gov. Get the 656 form 433A and B. Get your butt back in the system. You can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. It doesn't work. That's step 20 today. Learn to be an OPM. Up to a 70% discount. You don't pay a bill up to 90 days. You close an escrow. You leverage 200,000 to 15 million. And borrow money is not taxable. Line of defense. That's step 21 called blackjack. Oops, you won again. You see, here's the goal. The Ray Reynolds University, 2009, my building, 22,000 square foot building. All right, locations in 3 states doing up to $1 million a day. What are we going to do? They stole my whole life. I died in a coma, came back to help you. I'm not going to go home and go, boo-hoo-hoo. Feel sorry for myself. I'm going to take out my blueprint, which I did. See it, believe it, go get it. I take out my 5 closet divisions, and I build another $1 million of credit. I don't stay down. Why do you? Are these working on yet? You need to get off your assets and go get it. There's no excuse. All right, there never has been. Step 22. 1,000 steps to millionaire. Learn to be the certified CFO. If you want a copy of the Millionaires Founders Kit, I sold for $5,000 a set. It's free. All you got to do is Zelle for shipping and handling, $99 today. Put on the Zelle your address and put RW. Will ship it right away. So I'm online 6 days a week. Have been for 45 years, online or in person. my last and final year. Remember, credit, loan money. What do? We leverage it into cash flow, free up our time. $100,000 will get you up to $1.5 million, and you turn around and you bring 10,000, 50,000 a month. So maybe you'll do Section 8s. Maybe you'll get properties, 5,000 down. Maybe get the other ones bigger from there, and another 5,000 down too. What are we trying to create? Cash flow, free up our time. In my book on 45 years ago, page 6. All right, 10,000, 50,000 a month. I like basically having residual income, wouldn't you? So again, look in the mirror, find out the biggest problem we have is you. It's starting to say, don't think, just do. The expos, franchise, hedge funds, making you what? A money-making machine. Don't forget about the credit. 5 reasons why. We want that 100,000 to $1 million of OPM money too, Dun & Bradstreet. We want to sell products as well on anywhere from Amazon or eBay. We can do that starting today. Take a picture, which package you want, based on what's in your budget, so I can rebuild your life. Phone calls every week and all the classes for 90 days in 9 divisions. If you want phone calls and private coaching, take a picture of that page too. From there, I'll build you up to $1 million, but I charge 10%. But if you do it through me, I give you 45,000 in bonuses. If you pay in full, it's half price, $50,000. No bonuses needed, 30,000. Or you can put 10,000 down and pay on a monthly base. Only 10 people get to do that. Half are sold out ready too. From here, here's now, rest of the year and next year. All the coaching. All I can do next year is coaching in a couple classes once in a while. In this coaching program for 24 months, literally now and the rest of the year. All right, what are we going to do? It's about 16 months actually. We're going to teach you how to fill out applications my way. Projections, limits. All right, phone calls with your creditors, daisy chaining. All right, increasing limits. All right, that package is $25,000. But again, all right, only 10 get to do it, and I'm your coach for a year and a half. And we're going after $5 million. That should be the goal, 10,000 to 25,000 a month, positive cash flow. There's bank transfer, wire deposit, or Zelle. Corporations are what? Legal person. What do divisions do? Give us a line of defense and save our assets and our family too. So keep in mind, every tax ID is entitled to an Experian, Transit, and Equifax. My system sets them up immediately for you. 9 divisions up to $1 million. 41 is up to $5 million. And I want to teach you how to motivate and get credit and daisy chain it step by step too. The ultimate goal is how you get up to the $1 million. They offer authorized user card. They offer basically division card. As we play, divisions are very simple. I set them up right away. And I give you the tax ID and I build the credit report. $4.99 each division is 3 for $14.97. It's a Zelle. Always put RW in your Zelle. What are you willing to lose? Family, no. Corporation, no. If we play chess today, we're going to lose pieces on both sides. The way I designed this is we both get checkmate. That means we both get to win. Step 23. Ultimate goal, reaching the dream. Think to be the impossible. I've done it all my life. Ray's rules. I make millionaires in corporate divisions, training people to be a certified CFO. The ultimate goal. I designed every division, every corporation for $250,000, minimum of $1 million. I want to go for $5 million if you allow me to, but that's up to you. Would you like to be next? Just let me know. Add you to my credit system. I'm going to analyze you, show you how to get the American dream. Call your case number, literally at 1:30 in rotation on Pacific Standard Time on Saturdays. You're stuck with me every step of the way. Never have joint credit. Buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Why people spend thousands on corporations, they'll never understand why they kill money and do learn diddly squat. They're free in every 50 states, so you pay a filing fee. You need divisions for real estate, franchise, current business, Ray's rules. I give bonus cash credit for one reason, to take away excuses so you can finance the business and get out of your own way. Step 24 today. So if all you want me to do is get you $750, okay. I'll rebuild your credit with you, analyze, wrap a rescore, and you go to class, you learn the rules and tools. Normally $9.99, 1,000 card back to you. Today you get a $400 discount, it's $4.99. You get a $500 card, half price if you Zelle now. The ultimate thing is starting a starter package. Rebuild the credit, rapid score, articles, authors, tax ID free if you don't have them. Setup level 1 is every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. $9.99, I give you 10,000 of credit, 10 times your money back. Office gives you 5. The faster you do this, you become the certified CFO, and that extra credit bonus is only during the webinar with me. It's a Zelle. Always put RW in your Zelle. You want me to build credit for you? Give me referrals. You want me to Zelle you 10%? Make sure they name your name when they give you get the referral. Or they add your name when they put the Zelle through on the message. Or you can email me their phone number and name. Somebody call them right away. So keep in mind this corporation with division process. You've watched your banks, your grocery stores, your Sam's Club, your Geico, and your cities play the game in front of you. It is now time for you to look behind the curtain and stop bringing the pain home, be a CFO, and reprogram your brain to millionaire status, and stop bringing the pain home. We work hard. We do stay safe and strong. We do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. The ultimate goal. So whatever I offered today, Zelle, or if not, call 800-254-9506. Ask for Scott. He's my controller. Tell him you saw my webinar. He should honor the same price for you. But the ultimate goal is up to you. So let's do our best. Let God do the rest. Amen to that too. And let's never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.